Hakadosh Boker Tov, Masechet Sotah Daf Amud Aleph 5A1. We were talking about that. What does it mean from Yad Liyad? So it said that Rabbi Yochanan came and he said at the Rasha that even if a person is going to do tzedakah baseter, that by tzedakah baseter it's written Matan baseter yichpe af. That if somebody is going to give tzedakah baseter, it's going to atone, right, for the kas. It's going to leave from the kas, mechaper on the kas of Kadosh Baruch Hu. It's not going. He's not going to be cleansed from the din of Ginam. Says the Gemara, Azara legasei haruach minayin. How do we have an azara, a warning that a person should not be haughty? How do we know that? So says the Gemara, Amar Rav Amar Zeiri. He says Rav name of Zeiri. Shimu ve'azinu al tikbau. It's a pasuk in Yirmiyahu. Listen, right? Listen and pay attention. They're both of them the shanot of listening. Shimu, Shema, is to listen, to accept. Azinu is also to listen, right? Al tibau, do not make yourself haughty, do not make yourself arrogant. He says that your heart will become haughty, and then you're going to forget Hashem, your God. So you see from here, you're not allowed to become haughty. Be careful not to forget Hashem, your God. And like Rabbi Avin, name just like Rabbi Avin said in the name of Rabbi Kol makom shneimar hishamer pen ve'al. Anytime that it says hishamer pen and al, he comes and he says, right, belo ta'aseh. What is it? It's a negative commandment. So therefore, when a person is going to come and they're going to forget Hashem, that is actually going to be a negative commandment, because it says you have to be careful not to forget Hashem, your God. The Rasha Vavira says that Vavira, he expounded. Zimni namale mishved Ravasi. Sometimes he said in the name of Ravasi. Zimni namale mishved Ravami. Sometimes he said in the name of Rav Ami. Kol Adam sheyesh lo gasut haruach lasom midmahet. Anybody that has haughtiness, at the end he will be cut down. Shneimar says in a pasuk, right? Romu me'at. Right? What does that mean? Romu me'at. He says over here, Romu me'at venenu. So he comes and he says that all of a sudden he will be like cut down. Right? Then it says, Veshema tomar. Maybe you're going to say, right? He comes and he says, maybe you're going to say Yeshno ba'olam. Right? Maybe he's still going to be at least in the world. So he comes and he says as follows. It means even though we thought that he's going to be in the world, he comes and he says, right? Nope, tamulmar venenu, he's not here. Ve'im chozerbo, if he retracts and he's going to bring himself down, and he's not going to be, he's going to humble himself, ne'esaf izmano, so then he will die in the proper time, like Avraham Avinu. Shne'emar ve'umechul kechol yikvatzum, right? That if a person brings himself down, he will be taken. And if not, he'll be cut off at the top of the shibolet, which means that he will be mamash cut off from this world early. Person that's arrogant, what does it mean? Uchrosh shibolet. Ravuna v'Ravchasta achad amar kisasa de shibolet. That's like the zakana shibolet that basically comes and it's at the end it's going to be cut down. And one of them says like the shibolet itself that's cut down. At the end of the day, what do you do with the wheat? You come, you cut it, so it's going to be cut. So it's the same thing. Okay? Fine. Next. Let's go according to Mandamar. Kisas Vahenu Dichtiv Rosh Shibolet. According to Shibolet, it's Ma Mayu Rosh Shibolet. Ravasi Yechad Mishmael, Mashal Adam Shenichlas Lo Sadeu, Kivoa Givoa Mulaket. So he says, when you come into the field, what is the first things that you get? You get the tall ones. You're going to get the tall stalks, because those are the ones that are the tallest. Okay? Then it says, V'teka ushval ruach, for a person that's going to be humble. Right? I'm going to come and I'm going to bring him up. What does that mean? I'm going to put my Shekhinah down to him. So there's two different explanations. That basically, if a person is humble, either Hashem brings down the Shekhinah to him, or I bring him up to me. But either or, I mean, obviously it's a good thing. שהקדוש ברוך הוא הניח כל הערים גבוהות בשעה שכינתו על הר סיני, ולא גבר על סיני למעלה. So he says, הקדוש ברוך הוא, he left everything, not the big mountains. Where did he put himself? On the smallest mountain on Har Sinai. Why? Was HaKadosh Baruch Hu likes humbleness. Yeah, that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu likes. Marav Yosef says of Yosef, לעולם ילמד אדם נידת קונו. A person should always learn from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, שהקדוש ברוך הוא הניח כל הערים גבוהות בשעה שכינתו על הר סיני. Because Baruch Hu left everything. He didn't put himself on the highest of mountains, on Mount Everest, or no. On Har Sinai, something humble.
I wasn't.
Yeah, so Amar Rabbi Elazar says Rabbi Elazar, anybody that has haughtiness, you should cut him down like an Asherah tree, like an Avodah Zarah tree. Right? So he says here, you have to destroy them. Amar Rabbi Elazar says Rabbi Elazar, his afar will not be moved, will not come during the Tchiyat HaMetim. Shneimar, הקיצור אינו שוכני עפר, שוכני בעפר לא נאמן לשוכני עפר. נשנעשה שכן לעפר בחייו. That means somebody that mamash, he makes himself like a shachen to the afar. Meaning a person that's humble, he makes himself like the dirt in this world. So therefore that person, his neshama will come back, his body will come back by Tchiyat HaMetim. But if not, nada. אמר רבי אלעזר, says רבי אלעזר, כל זמן שיש בו גסור שכינה, מייללת עליו. The Shekhinah is going to be crying for him. שנאמר, וגבה ממך כי ידע. Yeah, the Rash of Ravira comes and he expounds. Look that Kadosh Baruch Hu is not like a human being. Somebody that's tall, he sees somebody that's tall. Then Gavor roet a shafal, but the Gavor does not see the shafal. But Kadosh Baruch Hu, it's not like that. Who Gavor roet a shafal? He's Gavor, but he sees the shafal. Shneimar, Kidam Hashem shafal yireh. Many times you see that. You see like some rich people. They don't want anything to do with you. They only go with rich. Rich go with rich, meaning that, hey, he's a no team, and you see it. Sometimes they don't want to talk to you. Sometimes they don't want to say hello. Not even hello, nothing. Like nothing. So it's a problem. So here he's saying, no, the opposite. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so gavoa, and he dafka wants to low. He dafka wants to low, which is the exact opposite. Amar Rav Chasta, says Rav Chasta, v'yiteima morukva. כל אדם שיש בו גסות רוח, אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא, אין אני והוא יכולים לדור. Right, בעולם. He says, we cannot live in the same place. Somebody that's haughty, nothing what to do. You can't live with him in the same place. שנאמר, מלושני בסתר ראו אותו עצמי, תגבה עיניים וכל לבב, לו אותו לא אוכל. אל תקרא אותו לא אוכל, אלא איתו לא אוכל. I cannot be with him, not I cannot with him. I cannot live with him. Yeah, איקדמתני המספרי לשון הרע. Some people actually learn this. People tell us לשון הרע. שנאמר, מלושני בסתר ראו אותו עצמית. Right, that the one that's coming and is saying the lashon baseted, right, in high hidden places, so I can't be with him. Tolo uchan. Amar Rabbi Alexandri, says Rabbi Alexandri, kol adam sheish bo gasur to ruach. Anybody that's haughty, afilu ruach kim'ah ocharto. Even a little puranut is going to come and destroy him. Shneimar v'reshein kayam nigrash. Maya mishish bo kama reviyot. Just like the yam has a few reviyot, ruach kim'ah ocharto. Adam shem bo el reviyit achat. He only has reviyit of blood. So the more so, right, he's going to be uprooted. A Tamil Chacham has to have 1/8 of an eighth of Ga'ava. That they learn it, if you remember, from Kotod Mikol HaChasadim, Gaon, which parasha is it, so on and so forth. So Amar, Ravuna, says Ravuna. Bereder of Yeshua, Me'atralei. And that midak tanav gava is going to be like a crown for him, kisasa the shibolta, just like the head of the shibolet, right? The crown, the top part of the shibolet. Okay, Amar Rava. Rava comes and he says, right? Bishme de it bay, beshamta de it bay. In a nidui, there should be a little bit of a gava. Ubeshamta de lebe. But in nidui, there has to be something that nothing of it. So what's going on? He says. Here we're talking about a Tamil Chacham. So he says that if the Tamil Chacham is not going to have a little bit of gava, they're not going to be afraid of him. Except for he has to rebuke them. And that's the kavanah that has to have a little bit of it. Okay. Then it says, Amar of Nachman Isaac, lo minav lo mitzvata, nothing of it. Mizutar dichtiv be, why is it's that small that it's written to Avat Hashem kol guvalev, that it's an abomination of Hashem, anybody that's haughty. Amar Chizkiah says, Chizkiah and tfilato shel adam nishmat v'mkem misim libo kibasar. A person's tefillah will only be listened to if he makes himself very soft, right? Like basar. Shneimar vayam yidechosh bechosho yavochol basar lishtachavo lefanai. Okay? So Amar Bizera says Bizera, basar ketiv bei v'nirpa. It says uvasar ki yevo beoro shchim, when the flesh will have the shchim, so then he will be cured. So you see from here, but adam lokti bebe. It's written v'neked tzara al kidia ba'adam, meaning if it's written basar, that a person makes himself like basar, he's going to be nirpa. He's going to be cured. If he makes himself like an Adam, like a haughty, It's not written in Pah. Amar Rabbi Yochanan, says Rabbi Yochanan, what is Adam? The Shetevot, Efed, Dam, Mara. A person is like Afar ve'Efed. Dam is made out of blood. He's made out of Mara. That's what makes a person, and therefore, how's he going to come? Mara is like the lachuchit Mara, which comes out of the kavera, the liver. Okay? So he comes and he says, so then how can a person become haughty? What is basar? He says, basar is musha srucha rima. Musha is embarrassment. The person should be embarrassed. Srucha. He became he became rotten. Rima, right? Which means that he came from a tipa srucha, and then afterwards he's going to go to the rima. He's going to go to the tolaim, right after 120. Yikadam. Some people say sheol. What is sheol? Basar. The sin of basar is not for right the srucha, because srucha is with a samach, no one's seen. So the sin which is shin, which is sheol, which is basically Gehinam. Okay, so he comes and he says, Amar Rashi says, Kol dam shesh bo gasut ruach, anybody that has gasut ruach, lesof nivchat, at the end it will become made not important. Shneimar says in a pasuk, He amud bet, velasev velasatpachat, and set lashon gavoa. We're talking about set, we're talking about gavoa. Shneimar, dal kol ha'arim ramim va'kukot ha'nisaot. Right? Ve'en sapachat letfilah. We're talking about tfilah. Shneimar sefachani na el achat kiuno leechol palechem. Okay. So Amar Rabbi Shua ben Levi says Rabbi Shua ben Levi. We're on Hamud Bet 5b. Yeah. Look how much that the people, they're humble in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That when Bet HaMikdash is here, Adam makriv olah schar olah biyado. If a person brings an olah, he has an olah in his hand, meaning he brought a sacrifice, a burnt offering. He has a burnt offering reward in his hand. Mincha, schar mincha biyado. If he brought a meal offering, it's a meal offering. But somebody that's humble, it's like he brought all the korbanot. Shneimar, as we say in the Perek Hashemim ben Aleph, zivchelo im ruach nishbara. Right? The zev zivchelo kim in plural is a ruach nishbara. Velo, and not only that, and tfilaton nirmezet. His tefillah will never become disgusting in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shneimar lev nishbar min ke Elohim lo tivseh. A person has a broken heart, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will not come take it for granted. Rabbi says Mishul Kol hasham orchotav ba'olam hazeh. Anybody that's going to evaluate his paths in this world, Zochev roeh b'shuato shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Will be zochet to see the Yeshua of Hashem. Shneimar v'sam derech harim v'sholim. I'll take v'sam derech, that he's placing his path, but rather v'sham derech with a shin, which means that he's evaluating his path. Kate said, okay, nekuda, 2 dots. Okay, we finished with the agata, with the stories of being humble. Yeah, you heard, to be humble. Okay. Kate said, mekanelas, the Gemara is going to ask by the 2 dots, how does a person do kinui to his wife? So says the Gemara, how gufa kasha, we have a question. Amarta, you just told us, Amar la bifnei shnaim, that he has to tell it in front of 2 people. Al tedabri mishploni, do not speak to this person. Alma dibur sirahu, so it's mashma, do not speak to this person, mashma, don't. Dibur is even if she speaks publicly with this guy, that's considered stira. Right? But then it says, Dibraimo, she spoke to him, she's still permitted to her house. She's still allowed to eat truma. Alma dibur, lo klum. So you see that dibur is nothing. The husband comes and he says, don't speak to this guy. And all of a sudden, then the Gemara, so Smashma speaking is already like stira, is already that she already secluded herself with him. All of a sudden it says, but if she does speak with him, she's still okay. She's allowed to eat truma if she's the wife of Kohen. Why? She didn't do anything yet. But 1 second, but I thought you just told me that the dibur was a stira. Now you told me it's not. So Amar Abaye says, like Rabbi does want to say. Al tidabri, right, v'dibra, or let me don't speak with this guy, and she did speak. Or al tidabri v'nistira, if he tells her don't speak, and then she was nistira, or al tisir v'dibraimo, don't seclude yourself, and then she spoke to him. She's still permitted in all these cases, right? Why? Because basically it has to be in all of these cases. One of the conditions of the sirur was not fulfilled. Either there's not a kinui gamur or there's not a stira. If she went into a secluded place and she stayed there the time that it takes for tumah, then she's not allowed to be with her husband. She's not allowed to eat tiruma. Okay? Ve'im met. Next 2 dots. Ve'im met. What happens right now if the husband died before giving her to drink of the sotah waters?
He did kinui and she did stira.
He did kinui and the stira, everything is there. But now he has to give her to drink. And the guy died. Right? So says the Gemara, she has to do chalitza na yibum. Ask the Gemara, Amai, why? Why can't she do yibum? So Rav says, the pasuk says, it says when a person comes and he finds an ayavad davar by his wife, which means that he finds something of immorality by his wife, he's going to take her out, she's going to leave, and she's going to be to somebody else. Has to be to somebody else, but not to the yavam. Meaning she cannot get married to the yavam. The second that there's foul play involved, we suspect that she did something, she can't go with the yavam.
Sorry, just one thing about the legal about.
Elmaleh comes and he says, we're going to ask the following question. So then don't need chalitza either if she committed adultery. He says, one second. If the husband was here, she doesn't need a get. Obviously, she needs a get. So so too here she needs chalitza. Some people say, Rabbi Yosef says, the Torah says, right? The what that she didn't. At the end of the day, it's not going to destroy the house, as we said before, because nut destroys the house. So one second, if we just said that immorality destroys the house, you want to now make her destroy another house? That she's going to get married to now the brother, and also like if she's already committing adultery, get rid of her. What are you going to start now doing yibum? So Abai says, so she shouldn't get married to somebody else either. That she shouldn't destroy his house. So Amalei comes and he answers, nobody's telling the guy, against his will to get married to her. Meaning, if a guy's a fool and wants to get married to her after she's already, committed this thing, that's his problem. It's not anybody else's problem. Okay?